the great goals in the history of the Manchester.
Okay, now we don't gallantly, we don't stand to be dirty. Same old way think, I to update yara wa. Boshen Lola Agbon Yere Daraya. Now, Wales Weekend Total Sport on that very note. Welcome. It's a beautiful Saturday here. It's Wales Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred awesome radio. And welcome to Wales Weekend Total Sports. Myself and Lizette from this very moment around 2:30. We'll be doing Talking Sports. Standard. FA Cup final. Yeah, gallantly who won less. Gbogbo the Wembley Stadium. Standard question fún gbogbo wa ni wípé àtàlẹ́ rò pé ó ní FA yẹn gangan ṣé Manchester City ṣó máa parí season yìí season tó dàbí season film fún wọn ṣó máa parí season yìí láì ní trophy àbí wọ́n máa fi FA Cup wọ́n máa fi yẹn kó guiding àbí Crystal Palace àwọn ìyẹn ní something special fáwọn fans ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n kì í ṣe trophy team. Ibà. We have a whole lot to discuss this wonderful afternoon. Myself and Lizette will be talking about the world of Formula One, the world of tennis, the English Premier Football League games coming up tomorrow, the FA Cup today.
Like the stuff that he said about Manchester United. Say it again. Glory, glory,
glory, glory, Man U, or glory gone, Man U.
I love it.
Why you no go love her? Okay, lots and lots of sporting news to talk about this wonderful afternoon. But let's start from the National Sports Festival going on in Ogun State. And let's start it up with the anthem. That's the official anthem for the National Sports Festival 2025.
gateway games are here.
Ogun State comes alive with Nigerians from all tribes.
Come together as one, men and women, everyone. We'll share our victories with the world. Welcome to National Sports Festival. You're welcome to Sporting Fiesta. Welcome, oh fellow Nigeria. Welcome to National Sports Festival. You're welcome to Sporting Fiesta. Welcome, oh fellow Nigeria. The gateway games are here.
Ogun State comes alive with Nigerians from all
Come
tribes.
together as one, men and women, everyone. We'll share our victories with the world. Welcome to National Sports Festival. You're welcome to Sporting Fiesta. Welcome, oh fellow Nigeria. Welcome to National Sports Festival. You're welcome to Sporting Fiesta. Welcome, oh fellow Nigeria. The gateway games are here.
Ogun State comes alive with Nigerians from all
Come
tribes.
together as one, men and women, everyone. We'll share our victories with the world. Welcome to National Sports Festival. You're welcome to Sporting Fiesta. Welcome, oh fellow Nigeria. Welcome to National Sports Festival.
Welcome, Cabo. I had to play that back to back to back to back to back. Lizette, how do you feel with that anthem?
Well, it's okay. It's catchy. You know, my Yoruba is a little bit shaky,
Okay.
so I only understand like a little bit of it. The cabo,
Yeah.
the other part, Kinikon, Kebe, I'm like, okay,
Well, there's Awusa, Igbo, Dalu.
okay. After they read it and say when
God, I
Yoruba
beg.
turn to this one, oh.
All right, let's talk sports this wonderful afternoon. Let's do sports this on this beautiful day. A lots of sports and stories, sports and gist to talk about. Yes, so you can watch us live on Facebook. You can stream us live on Facebook. Just search for Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. The Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. You definitely see us there and a couple of stories flying around. But I said let's pick it up from the world of sports, the world of the National Sports Festival. And the big news concerning the National Sports Festival was that reported accident of a part of Team Lagos convoy traveling down to Ogun State. But from official statement, we learned that they are fine. Those injured, around 5 of the team, are doing well, responding very, very well to treatment. And the other teams are already in camp. The other team members are already in camp. What's your reaction to that?
I'm glad that they are okay. I feel like it would have been, quite a situation if it turned out to be something else. And the fact that the ones that are injured are already, being taken care of already in the hospital, and the fact that others are even in the camp showed that it was not that much. Because if it was something that was quite much, they will not be able to go on. It is going to destabilize them mentally. You understand? But it's a good thing that it was not something gruesome. So yes, glad that happened.
Let's listen to the general captain of the Lagos State athletes speaking about Olowo Adewale, who confirmed that it's not something serious. We are grateful to God that the few members of our team that were affected are in stable conditions. They are in hospital and receiving medical care. Let's listen to him say something about that.
But those victims, those few members of our team, of our crew that were affected, are in stable condition and they are under medical care and they are in stable condition.
Okay, how many of them can we
There are about 5 to 6 of them.
5 or 6 of them in the medical center right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, Lizette, you had that 5 to 6. Now, the question is, do you think it will serve as a kind of mental or psychological setback for Team Lagos?
Yeah, it should actually, because I mean, it be at the back of their mind that something actually happened to them. Do you understand? Now, it's literally like a two-way thing. Is either it propel them to, okay, now let us, for those that are injured, let's do something. Let's bring something home for them. Or it's just going to stabilize them that, oh, they will never know what to do. It's just going to affect them. But at the end of the day, it is a good thing. Because anything that happens to Team Lagos happened to Nigeria as a whole. Do you understand? Yeah. So it's a good thing that
I don't want to sound insensitive here, but look at it from this angle. Is it not a kind of lifeline not to underperform? Not to perform, rather to underperform, not to perform at peak, because you feel like you have something to use as an excuse if you do not get that particular target.
Of course.
Don't you see that? That's why I said I don't want to sound insensitive here, but don't you see it as a lifeline not to perform at your best?
Well, to be honest, not to be insensitive also, if I was the one, I would have that back of the mind that I'm going to use that as an excuse in case. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, it's a two-way thing for them. Is either destabilize, now it's three-way. Is either it destabilize them, or they see it as, oh, we're going to use this medium to bring home something, or they see it as, okay, like this, we don't get lifeline or anything with soap. We will just say,
use that one.
It's the accident. Do you understand?
Okay. Well. It's good thing that we're back. Team Oyo State, what's your expectation?
Well, Team Oyo State, just do it for us. I mean, we did your back. We got that day. Go.
Well, probably let me ask you, what team are you supporting? What state?
What state? To be honest, I'm of course going to support. Is Osun State going to be there?
Yes, definitely.
Let me even support them once.
Delta are the defending champions.
Delta, I'm supporting Delta.
Please, why are you confused at this point?
My mom is Delta Igbo. My dad is Osun. So let me just support my mom's side because I mean I really like Igbo people a lot. Do you understand? And let me just support them. They're defending champion. Okay, anyone between Osun and Delta State.
So what happened to your state?
They can collect third.
All right. Well. It's a quick one concerning the schedule of the NSF. That's the National Sports Festival. Well, team arrivals. That's yesterday, 16th day of May, 2020. 5. Also, the extension to team arrivals continue today. Outside that, the opening ceremony will be tomorrow. That's Sunday, the 18th day in the month of May. And the closing ceremony is expected to be on the 29th. That's from tomorrow 18 to on the 29th. It's going to be all drama in Ogun State, while the team departure expected to be on the 30th. That's the following day after the closing ceremony. Well, a whole lot to look at. Badminton, basketball. Badminton will start off from Monday. That's on the 19th. Basketball on the 19th for male. Deaf badminton too. Badminton for the deaf. It's the National Sport Festival, and there's no discrimination too. Even the disabled there. For the deaf badminton, deaf table tennis, gymnastic on the 20th, handball on the 19th. Para table tennis on the 25th, the squash game on the 20th, table tennis all 1-2 will be on the 24th, while volleyball will be on the 21st, while for the golf, Abeokuta will be the venue for the golf, while golf will take place on the 21st of May. For boxing, it will be at the Baptist High School, Abeokuta. Boxing will take up the 20th of May, kickboxing 20th of May. For the karate, that will be at the Civic Center, the Civic Center, Obafemi Awolowo Square in Ikenne. Karate will take on the 22nd of May. Kung Fu on the 18th. That's tomorrow. That's one sport I like, but I won't do.
The one I'm even interested in is hockey.
It's hockey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know their women are not going to be there because they came second, but I know their men are going to be there, and I'm supporting them.
Well, for hockey, it's going to be on Monday, and that will be at the Remo Star Stadium in Ikene. Ayo will be there. You know Ayo. Can you play Ayo?
Yeah.
Lizette, you can play Ayo. Well,
what do you mean? Is it not Ayo that they'll be
you look
Stone?
too Gen Z for Ayo.
I am actually Gen Z. I don't look Gen Z. I'm actually Gen Z. But still, is it not the long time name is something Ayo Lopon? What is it called?
What do you call it?
Ayo Lopon.
Let's do sports. Well, Ayo basketball, female chess, football, hockey. They all be on Monday. That's on 19th. While Scrabbles will be on the 23rd. Wheelchair basketball will be on the 19th. Games like that, that's table tennis all. Judo too will be there, taekwondo. While the hockey for the Djibouti Stadium will be on the 19th too. Then cycling, the final sports will be on the 19th too. Those are the sports. Did I mention wrestling? Wrestling too is there. Powerlifting, dambe wrestling, kung fu and karate.
I wish I know how to use that kung fu or karate. I'll go to show up every time. Any small thing I go don't do like this.
Yahoo!
For ordinary bike myself, I go don't do like this.
Listen, let's do sports. Okay, let's move away from the National Sports Festival to go straight up to the big one, going to the camp of CAF this morning. This one has to do with CAF. Ben, we talk about CAF. They don't finalize plan to unveil a brand new trophy for the prestigious CAF Champions League. Yes, you heard that right. CAF will be presenting a brand new trophy for the prestigious CAF Champions League. The initiative is part of the campaign promises made by the CAF president Motsepe during his re-election bid. An official update from CAF headquarters in Cairo, Egypt, confirmed that the new trophy will be launched on the 22nd of May. Now, the unveiling ceremony will take place in Johannesburg, South Africa, during the first leg of the Champions League final between Mamelodi Sundown and Egypt Pyramid. That's Egypt FC Pyramid. With the change, Al Ahly of Egypt will go down in history as the last club to lift the outgoing version of the trophy. What's your reaction to that?
Well, I mean, I feel like every year there's this visible growth and development, in the prize money, and that's very, very good that they are, considering everything, the players and stuff like that. That's very good. I just hope that this year, even with the prize money, every other team will be more perfect. Do you understand? But yeah, let's see how it's going.
The big one for me, Lizette, is it's the CAF Champions League. It's good. The CAF Confederations Cup. Don't you think CAF should have replaced the two at once?
Wait, I don't understand.
The CAF Champions League is what we'll be getting the new trophy for.
Yeah.
The CAF Confederations Cup will maintain the old design, the old cup, the old trophy.
Yeah, okay,
so my question is, shouldn't CAF just decide to change both?
I feel like, yes, it's going to make the other one a little bit condescending than the other one.
That's my feel.
Do you understand? Because why can't you just
the
change
tournament
both?
itself, it's having this superior advantage over the other.
Yeah.
So now it's
more glaring in our face now that, okay, this one is better than the other, this one is bigger than the other. They could have just changed it because mentally we already know that, okay, this one is bigger than the other. Now, physically showing it to us that, okay, this one is better is another thing entirely. Okay,
well, let's move away from that. To go still in the camp of CAF this wonderful afternoon. Still in the camp of CAF. CAF Chan 2025. The prize money, the start date, the host, and the qualified countries, group and fixtures have all been revealed. Yes, there are key details you need to understand concerning the CAF Chan. Yes, for 2025, such as the start date. Well, the prize money, CAF has confirmed that the Confederation of African Football would be presenting a significant boost in the prize money for the 2025 Total African Nations Championship. That's Chan, raising it to $3.5 million. $3.5 million. Now, this adjustment is around 32% increase compared to the previous edition held in Algeria. 3.5 million. What's your take on that? I mean, the fact that it's 32% increase is all right. Do you understand? I mean, there's visible growth. From there, we'll start seeing 50% increase, 60%, 70%, 100%. So, I mean, let's appreciate this. Some were calling for at least 50% this time around. At least they try.
They tried 32 years.
Especially considering the fact that some countries were pulling out of CHAN.
Yes, especially that drama that different countries were actually
Especially
pulling
northern
out.
countries.
Do you know? Say it now. Say it official.
Northern countries. Well. The CAF president, Patrice Motsepe, expressed enthusiasm for the upcoming event, stating, "We are thrilled about the Total Energy CAF African Nations Championship, Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda 2024, and have subsequently raised the winner's prize to $3.5 million US, reflecting around 75%. That's 32 compared to the last one. Well, it has been revealed that Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania will host the CAF African Nations Championship, that's CHAN, scheduled to commence August 2nd to August 30th, 2025. And speaking about the group, they are in their group. In Group A, we have Kenya, Morocco, Angola, DR Congo, Zambia. In Group B, we have Tanzania, Madagascar, Mauritania, Burkina Faso, Central African Republic. In Group C, we have Uganda, Niger, Guinea, Algeria, and South Africa. While in Group D, we have Senegal, Congo, Sudan, and Nigeria. And still in part of CAF, Lizette, this is quite interesting because CAF itself had to confirm this, that the Under-20 African Cup of Nations going on. Clubs are interested in signing Nigerian goalkeeper. Speaking about the goalkeeper who made astonishing saves against Senegal, that's Ebenezer Ifeanyi Accords. The Confederation of African Football has informed the clubs in France, Belgium, and Germany that has informed us that clubs from France, Belgium, and Germany were at the park monitoring Ebenezer Accords.
Well, it's a good thing. It shows that they are literally watching these people. I mean, you could see its remarkable impact, you understand, at the Under-20 African Cup of Nations this in Egypt, this ongoing one, 2025. You understand? And he has literally been showing himself. It's quite impressive. I'm quite glad that people are literally watching him and they know monitoring his progress. I hope he goes to the highest bidder.
The question here then is, why do you think CAF had to confirm this? Are they trying to stress that, okay, do you see it as a PR for the Under-20 tournament?
Yes, I think it's a PR, and they also want their name to be inclusive. Do you understand? Maybe the noise around him right now is so much. They are like, they have to put their name there.
Outside Ebenezer, Newcastle actually sent scouts to come watch that Under-20 tournament.
That's why they wanted their name to be included. They wanted to go at least CAF know about it, because I feel like if it wasn't that much of something, they would not put their mouth.
That's
there,
PR.
You understand? But the fact that there's so much noise around this guy, let us go see. You understand? Yeah, let's milk it.
Okay, well. But a big one for Ebenezer Accords, the Nigerian goalkeeper. Speaking about the Flying Eagles goalkeeper, who is being scouted from clubs from Germany, Belgium, France, and even Newcastle. Yes, Newcastle in the English Premier Football League. Remember, you can watch us on our Facebook, Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. And let's move away from there to the camp of the Flying Eagles. Well, we are out of the final, but we are there for the third place. Nigerians on the 20 national side, the Flying Eagles have arrived in Cairo in preparation for the third place showdown against the tournament host Egypt at the 2025 CAF Under-20 African Cup of Nations. The team touched down in the Egyptian capital at approximately 5 p.m. local time on Friday yesterday and checked into their hotel, the Guard Hotel, where they will rest before resuming training today. Now, the Flying Eagles are looking to bounce back after that narrow 1-0 defeat to South Africa at the Amajita in the semi-final. Now, a match held at the Suez Canal Stadium saw the Flying Eagles suffer at the front of goals. We'll be facing Egypt this time around. Any hope? third place?
Well, there's this notion. I mean, we said it the last time that when it has to do with northern countries, that the one hosting it is always very slim for Nigeria to actually win. And now they are going to be playing Egypt, the host. So now that is a little bit, dicey. Like I don't know how it's going to be.
We struggled in front of goals from the group stage down to the quarterfinal. It ended goalless down to the final. Let's see who's on the line there on that regard. Let's see who's there. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Okay, I think that's a kid playing with a cell phone there. All right, back to we struggled against Senegal in the quarterfinal. Then in the semi-final against South Africa, we were defeated still without scoring a goal. It ended goalless against Senegal.
That is a factor that should be considered. Well, let me ask you this: did Egypt also have that kind of problem?
No.
That's going to be a problem for us.
But something that looks hopeful is we have a better defense
and a good goalkeeper.
He was injured against South Africa. We had to replace him with Yakub, who came in and made that mistake that gave South Africa the goal. We are not yet sure if Akot will be ready for the third place.
So should we just wave it off? That I don't know. I just feel like, because when it comes to under 20 AFCON, they are very good. They are quite champions there. I don't want them to actually leave this 2025 without anything. I know that Egypt is the host. That's an advantage for them actually, but I don't want Nigeria to go there and come back with nothing. I want them, even if it's third, Egba. That's what I want.
Okay, well, let's cross our fingers and see how well the Flying Eagles will do fare against the host nation. Speaking about Egypt at the Under-20 African Cup of Nations, that's the third place game coming up so far. And moving away from there, and let's go straight up to the world of AFCON Under-20, still in AFCON Under-20. I told you rather some of the standout performance of the ongoing Under-20 African Cup of Nations in Egypt could soon be making their way to Newcastle. Newcastle have promised to pick nothing less than 5 players from this tournament. Are you hopeful we'll have a Nigerian there?
Yeah. And I feel like
they'll be on trial, though.
Yes, I know. But if they actually pass that trial and they get
that's
into
huge.
it, that's very huge. And there's something about Nigerian players. You can literally pick them when they are in their clubs. They are not. I've hardly seen a Nigerian that is in a different club and doesn't make name for himself. Do you understand? Like, eventually you hear their name, they will stand out in their clubs. Like, look at the likes of Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Calvin Bassett, every other person, like Olaino, they make name for themselves. That you mention the club, you mention their name. Do you understand? So yes, I hope that this is going to be a big one, a huge one. Whoever pass a trial or 2 or 3 and they get to Newcastle, better make name for themselves.
Okay, better make name for themselves. But don't you think it's a setback for Team Nigeria? We are not to the final.
Well, it's a setback, but not that much. I mean, still, we're still the highest, right? Yeah, we're still the highest. So, I mean, it's just one of it.
Okay, well, let's move away from there quickly this morning and let's go straight up to the news that has to do with Taiwo Awoniyi. Now, 2 news on Taiwo Awoniyi. First and foremost, Nuno Espirito Santo, the coach for Nottingham Forest, has come out to defend the medical staff after they decided to allow Super Eagles forward Taiwo Awoniyi to continue playing against Leicester City about 2 weeks ago. Now, the Nigerian collided with a post during the closing stage of that game that ended 2-2 at the City ground. Having received backlash from here and there, Nuno Espirito has come out to say, well, Awoniyi is a fighter, and medical staffs, according to him, of course, it's a tough job. Decision needs to be made swiftly, but we are top professionals and we must be ready for it. Awoniyi is a fighter, and we definitely communicated with the medical staff and engaged in a dialogue. We always strive to analyze what happened. However, we cannot let this stop us. We evaluate the situation as we always do. Above all, our priority is the player's health. The welfare of our player is always on top concern. and it is for the medical staff, and they performed their role exceptionally well. Now, what he is insinuating is that Awoni probably told the doctors that he can't continue, and the doctor passed that on. What do you feel?
Well, I think that it has come to, the note that we have to be careful, because if he actually said it, I know they are always like, oh, you're a fighter, you are a professional, and this and this and that. But we are humans. They are not literally robots. Do you understand? They are using flesh and blood like us. I know they actually did not expect that it would come to this, but it's high time they know when to stop. There are other players. There are literally substitutes that you can use for that game. If this thing had turned out to be something ugly, the backlash will literally even be worse than this. Do you understand? So, like, honestly, it's so sad that it had to come to this. It's so sad that it had to come to this before now they are not feeling like, oh, they should have done that. This is something that could have been avoided.
Now, this is the scare here. Just like what you said, Nottingham Forest manager Nuno Espirito Santo has provided an encouraging update on Nigerian striker, speaking about Taiwo Awoni ahead of their club's final Premier League match of the season against Chelsea at the City Ground. Now, Awoni, who had to go under the knife, speaking about surgery and then medically induced coma, well, he's back, and the coach is suggesting that Awoni could return for Nottingham Forest.
How is that even possible? This is someone that, let's even remove the fact that, okay, he was literally in a coma. Let's forget that he's a fighter. Mentally, physically, even spiritually, he literally needs to rest. Honestly, he could sit this one out.
He should not be at the pitch.
It's not even an
important
important
about
match.
Playing.
It's not even an important match.
It's an important match, because they are aiming for Champions League spots.
Yeah, but I mean, we're talking about life and a match here. He should not be at the pitch. He should be resting right now.
Well,
this
according to the coach, he had surgery, and thank God it went well. He's now under observation. We are still waiting for the doctors to allow visit, but his family is with him, and we are concerned, of course, but optimistic. The information we have is that he will need at least 5 days of observation. Hopefully, all goes well, and next week he can rejoin the team and be around us again.
Honestly, sometimes when I actually think about these footballers, I'm like, are they actually humans like us? Because if you have gone to surgery before, I've gone to surgery before, and I use months. Like, the surgery was like the least one, and I used months before I got myself. Now, someone that had like a ruptured intestine, and you are telling me, I beg, you get another life where you keep for someone you won't use.
If the doctor pass him,
I don't have anything to say.
Okay. Someone is taking it personal here. Well, Nottingham Forest will show their support for Super Eagles forward Taiwo Awoni when they take on West Ham on Sunday. That's tomorrow. And Nuno Espirito Santo has described that the build-up has been difficult due to the players are concerned for Awoni, but he has given them the time and space to deal with their emotions. According to the coach, first give time and silence for the players to settle down, then deal with the reality, and now prepare for the game. He's worried that the players are concerned about Awoni, and that may affect their performance against West Ham. You agree with that?
Yes, I feel like we're all concerned. Like, it's been a long time that I've seen a footballer's picture posted everywhere. We're literally scared. Let me tell you something. My African mother literally held my hand and was praying. She was literally praying.
What's the stress with African mother?
No, because I want them to have that idea. Like, do you understand? Like, it was scary. Like, when she now found out that it was a ruptured intestine, she was like, Lizette, give me your hand, let's pray. I was like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? And I can imagine how many other people reacted that way. And because we're seeing pictures like, pray for Taiwo Awoni, keeping him in your prayers. This is something that was literally scary to Nigerians and even Africans as a whole. Do you understand? That's how I was actually feeling. They said it's going to play. I beg. I've been no being do surgery last week. Do you understand? But honestly, I can understand if the players were actually shaking, because I was, and I'm not even on the pitch. I didn't play with him. So if I'm feeling this way, now imagine these players, it's the colleagues. So yes, this Very right.
Okay, let's go away from there straight up to the women football, and this time that's to do with Nigerian Rashidat Ajibade, who bids farewell to Atletico de Madrid Femenino. Speaking about the female side of Atletico de Madrid, well, after 4 impressive years in Spain, Nigerian forward and captain Rashidat Ajibade is set to leave Atletico de Madrid Femenino this Sunday. That's tomorrow. Ajibade would join the club in 2021 from Nigerian side FC Robo Queens. Quickly established herself as a key player. Now, over her time with the Spanish side, she made 138 appearances and scoring 40 goals. What's your take on that?
I mean, just look at that statistics quite much. It's not something that even when she leaves, they will forget her like that. Do you understand? And I just hope that wherever she's going to, she replicates the success and even do more there that making it faster. I mean, I just said it recently that, not even that. No, I wasn't going to go the spiritual way, but I was going to say that Nigerians, when they go out there, female, male, and they get themselves like in the club, they make name for themselves, and this is just what I was talking about.
Okay, well, Atletico Madrid confirmed their departure this morning, stating our players Cardona, Ajibade, Moraza, and Bath will not continue as Reds and Whites next season and will bid farewell to the fans on Sunday at Alcalá. Yes, this is coming from the club. Now, during her stint with the club, Ajibade helped the team secure 2 league titles, a Supercopa de España Femina and a Copa de la Reina. She had 4 trophies for Atletico de Madrid in 4 years, 138 appearances, 40 goals for Rashidat Ajibade. Well, in that regard, she's joining the likes of Aziza Toshuala, who departs Spain.
Yeah.
But we don't know, maybe she'll still be in Spain, though.
Yeah. Where do you think she's going to go to? Just thinking about it. If she was to go to a club.
She's still a free agent now.
If you were to pick a club for her, which club would you want her to go to?
Seriously, I want her to go to Barcelona Femini.
You are right.
Yeah. Okay, well. Let's see where Rashidat will be going to from there in that regard. From there, Lizette, let's go straight quickly to the world of NBA to give you results of games in the world of basketball played in the early hours of today. Yes, sir. Speaking about the NBA results.
The game between Nuggets and Thunder. See Nuggets defeating Thunder 119, Thunder 107, and tomorrow again there'll be a game between Thunder and Nuggets again by 8:30 p.m.
Okay, Nuggets will be taking on Thunder tomorrow 8:30 p.m. while Celtic lost to Knicks today. That's the game for the Eastern Conference semi-final playoff at the Madison Square Garden, New York. 81-119.
Who's really going to take the spot?
You said what?
I'm just thinking now that who is going to really take the spot this year?
That's a big one to call for. And from table tennis, let's go from basketball. Let's go straight up to tennis. Speaking about lawn tennis. It's a big one between 2 Golden Sun, Yannick Sinner and Alcaraz. What's your take?
I love
adrenaline.
I love it. It's going to be a blockbuster. It's been long we've seen this head-to-head world number 1. Yeah, Yannick Sinner, who is like favorite. You know, I feel like right now he's been open to nepotism and favoritism. Maybe that I'm concerned about it. And now this is someone I would say Yannick Sinner Jr. or Yannick Sinner 2. Do you understand? That this Carlos Alcaraz.
I want to give it to Junior.
No, I want to say 2 because I mean I feel like he is also going to evolve into Yannick Sinner. Yannick Sinner will eventually leave, and Carlos Alcaraz should actually dominate if he puts in effort. Now, I don't know how this game is going to be, but I would actually be very happy if Carlos Alcaraz actually remove Sinner from his position.
Well, speaking from that angle, it should have been an all-Italian final in Rome, but Carlos Alcaraz actually defeated Lorenzo Musetti to set up what will be not an all-Italian final. Now, coming out to say you wish he would he would stop Yannick Sinner, it means you stopped an all-Italian and also stop an Italian from winning the Italian Open.
That's making a statement.
Well, world number one Yannick Sinner set up a blockbuster Italian final against Carlos Alcaraz in that regard. And let's move away from there. Let's go straight up quickly. This is a big one to the world of Formula One. Lizards to the world of Formula One this morning. And the question is simple. Formula One, they're ready to step down this issue on swearing. Now, the FIA wants to reduce the fine of players who swear while driving or who speak ill or to officials, FIA officials. Now, from 45,000 euros to 5,000 euros. Now, the question is, don't you think this reduction will promote this act the more?
It's literally giving them go ahead, that cost all you want.
Because take it or leave it, these people, they don't even see it as swearing, they see it as regular conversation.
To be honest, it's almost inevitable for you not to swear when you are driving. Like, just let's take it away from Formula One. On even this road, Oli road, you will just say something to somebody out of anger. Now imagine that you are racing in a smaller car. Like, I feel like it's almost inevitable. Now, you already set up rules that they were even hardly following. They were complaining. You now said, okay, I've removed the rules. Now you're giving them go ahead. Just swear all you want. Because really, these are sportsmen. They are paid a lot. How much is 5K compared to 45K fine? I mean, you're giving them go ahead. They will do whatever they want to do right now. And this is something that it was not even acceptable before. And now you're accepting it. So yes, carry go.
Okay, still in the world of Formula One, this big one coming from the FIA president, speaking about Mohammed Ben Sulayem. FIA president Mohammed Ben Sulayem is proposing a change to the status of motorsports governing body that appears to further extend his control. Now, this is alarming. This is threatening because this brings forward the deadline for candidates for December presidential election, giving Sulaiman the possibility to bar any candidates from running. Now, according to reports, a confidential document containing the proposed revision, which are set to be voted on at the meeting of the FIA General Assembly next month, will stop new candidates from showing interest for the December election. Now, this is a strategic move that would probably make him the serious candidate towards that election. What do you see?
Well, it's just politics, and
it's giving this dictatorship vibe.
The thing about politics is it's everywhere, especially in the sports side. Now, this is clearly, a dictator vibe, and I wish someone can actually, stand up and go against it, challenge him and see how it's going to be, because he's the one giving the rules, he's the one making it, he's the one doing it. I mean, there's nobody else opposing it. Something needs to be done. Okay, and speaking about somebody standing up to challenge him towards the December election, now it's looking funny. First, it was Norris' father was showing interest in going into the FIA governing body's room. Now, Lewis Hamilton's father, Anthony, is also set to take on an official role with motorsports governing body, the FIA, in this regard. Now, these guys, their father are coming up. Yeah.
Don't you think that will be a disadvantage? Because some will think, okay, my dad is the one at the helm of affairs, and I can do how I like. I can buy my way to victory.
To be honest, I don't think it actually works like that in sport, because we've seen a lot of father sons like in sport engagements, and there's not really much of this bias there, because the fact is that they are not the only one there. There are other people that are there, so they cannot just take a decision on their own. Do you understand? They really can't. Now, my problem is that, or no, let me say my problem is that if Hamilton's father is going to take to set on FIA rule, I'm supporting him.
You're supporting it?
Period.
What about Norris?
Well, I feel like when it comes to Lando Norris and Lewis Hamilton has more, is more popular than Lando Norris. So I feel like he will pull more traffic than Lando Norris. Some people that don't even watch Formula One don't know who Lando Norris is. Some people don't even have never watched Hamilton play drive before, but they know who he is and they will support him. So it's just traffic.
Okay, before we go into Facebook, let's give our fans there shout out on Facebook. Jola Oshuariyo Henry. Well, you with your pistol, Jola Oshuariyo Henry. What's the best pistol? He talks a good afternoon, sport lovers. Glory be to God in the eye waiting happen now. The Bible says in everything we should give kilos chele Jola Osho. Well, Saturday to hear the exciting word of sports in the number one radio station. Well, thank you, Jola Oshuariyo Henry. Quick recovery. I think that's concerning that. Remo Stars too. I can see something here. Also, my high points this week is Remo Stars defeating Ikorodu City comfortably and their trophy parade celebration. We'll be coming to the trophy parade because I have something to say about that. Though Remo is my team. We also talked about Chelsea qualification defeating Manchester United. The upcoming Europa League losers come next week's Wednesday. Europa League losers. Jola Oshuariyo Henry, báwo ló ṣe mọ̀ pé man you might lose, be coming down.
I cannot wait for us to even get there.
I'm coming, we're going there now. Well, Ariyo Henry says watching you from Oyo. Inter Milan, up Inter Milan. It's raining here. Wow. Showers of blessing. Abib Muiwati Jami. What's up, Abib? How are you feeling this wonderful Saturday? Watching you from Arrow Makinde, up Liverpool. Yes, stand up for the champions, Abib. You guys are the champion. Keep up the good work. Thank you, my brother from Adona Mother. Adeto Beru Maxwell. See you too. Is watching you from Agodi Gate, up Chelsea. Chelsea did well yesterday. We're going straight up to Chelsea. Adeto Maxwell says a quick recovery to Awoniyi. All right. He says, what's the name of the lady in the studio, sir? Adelere. Adeto you dey wine. You don't know Lizette. Lizette, that's Lizette Femi. What's your name?
Lizette Femi Sport Barbie.
One by one.
Okay, Lizette Femi Oloyade, aka Sports Barbie. Only one.
Only one Sports Barbie. Adeto Maxwell. Now you know that's Lizette Femi Oloyade, the Sports Barbie. Well, if you listen to sports, she's the one who gallantly takes sport Friday morning AM Sport, and she's always with Sir Adelere on AM Sports. Yes, well, that's that. Jola Oshuariyo says, well, health is wealth. I wish I would need a quick recovery. We are here. All right, now. Maybe you get extra life. Maybe talking about Awoni coming back to the pitch. That's maybe you get extra life.
Exactly.
I don't know that one. Data is going. No acknowledge comments. No vex, my brother. I don't acknowledge the comment as I be like this. We're moving away from there. Tony Adedokun says Adelere Baba. Tony Anthony Joshua Temitio Jesheniye. Let's go straight to the world of football, Lizette. Yesterday, Manchester United lost to Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge. 1-0. It ended in favor of Chelsea. A fullback providing support to another fullback. That's a fullback to fullback, defender to defender. Chelsea defeating Manchester United courtesy of a wonderful Ronaldinho-style turn from Reece James. Beautiful cross locating the perfect and waiting head of Marc Cucurella to send Onana to, I don't want to use the great beyond. Chelsea 1, Manchester United 0. A pursuit to the Champions League. What's your take on that game?
Honestly, I don't think everybody was that surprised. I think I
You expected Man U to lose that game?
Yes, I did actually, because I also feel like they are, kind of keeping themselves for the European League final. Do you understand? So they are doing JJ. Do you understand? And Chelsea does not have anything to lose. They have they literally want to clinch the top 4, so they are playing for that. And Man United is literally not even playing for anything in Premier League right now. They are literally keeping themselves fit for the European League final. Now I was watching an interview yesterday where the coach of Aston Villa made some jokes, and he also repeated the same thing that what's Chelsea and Man United playing, and they were like, oh, they lost. He not literally said that, that's what they expect. I feel like everybody expected them to actually lose yesterday. I mean, it's Man United. Okay, it's Manchester United. Well, yesterday too, surprisingly, Aston Villa, should I use the word surprisingly? Aston Villa defeated Tottenham at the Villa Park. 2-0 courtesy of Konza and Kamara, 59 and 73rd minute. Now, this is the problem. Àwọn méjèèjì tí wọ́n fẹ́ gbá Europa League final. Back-to-back loss again. 16-17 on the table. Well, someone is coming out to say these guys do not deserve the Europa League final. Do you agree? Honestly. And I don't even know who to choose between either, that who should actually win it, because I'm actually surprised. It's giving me this idea that is the Europa League in decline, because how is the 16th and the 17th on the Premier League table at the finals. There are other now. The funny thing is that anyone that actually wins the trophy now will come out to their features and say they had a good season. Do you understand? Meanwhile, there were other clubs that put in more effort and they didn't even get to, you understand, the final. So it's very, very contradicting for me, because now, okay, they have lifeline to say, okay, because they are preparing for the European League final, that's why they did not play so well in this game. But honestly speaking, if there was nothing even in line for them, Aston Villa would still beat Tottenham and Chelsea will still beat Manchester United. Honestly, I don't know how they made it to.
Will you agree that irrespective of wherever they finish on the table in the English Premier Football League, on top of the Europa League, Castle we won a good season? In fact, getting to the Europa League final.
Honestly, I want to say yes, but I'm not going to say yes because they were really poor this season. Now, I don't know what they did or how they did it and they got to the Europa League final. But this time around, I'm not going to support and say they had a good season. It was a season out of, will I say, luck or grace for them, because they don't try. They don't try a season at all.
Manchester United has confirmed that they won't be having an award night this season. They won't be having a parade, even if they win the Europa League this season.
Because their manager is vexing. Have you seen the way Ruben Amorim looks every time they play? He is pissed. He literally came into that team.
Now, the problem is, at this point in time, in 9 weeks now, Manchester United have not won in the English Premier Football League.
Exactly.
In 9 weeks.
Exactly.
They've not won in English Premier Football League. Now, should we say it's the players or even Amorim is substandard, or that the whole team is down?
It's the whole team. They need to yawn one by one.
Yawn one by one.
Because honestly, I don't know what to make of it. I mean, when Amorim came, there was like this good
this hype, this hope.
Yes, was going to come, and he was doing well before he came. Do you understand? Now getting here, and it's like as if as he's putting his hand, they are removing it. Sometimes they really show off. I'm telling you that Man United, they have these regulators. I feel like it is sometimes the players, because if Man United want to play, they will play. You could see the way they were playing in Europa. If they want to play, they will play. We all thought that Atletico Bilbao will actually beat them, and see how they turned everything around. Even when they played Lyon and Lyon was showing up, Man United stood their ground and said, no, we pinned for there. So like, I just feel like it's probably the players. When they want to play, they want to play. I don't feel like they actually rate Ruben Amorim. Maybe they see him as, oh, it's too disciplined, we don't have time for this, they don't do this kind of thing for because it's like their vision or their mission does not align at all. A lot is wrong with Manchester United. But I'm an Arsenal fan. If I talk now about Boomy, they'll say we only reach semi-final and second position. So we cannot talk people that might likely win a trophy.
Okay, might likely win a trophy. Well, Manchester United, it's horror for Manchester United this season. Manchester United will end the English Premier Football League season without winning back-to-back league games for the first time ever in the competition.
I mean, we are seeing it happening. It's happening back to back. But like I said, the fans are literally waiting. I mean, if you look at the game between Manchester United and Tottenham, I'm still going to picture ahead of Manchester United, because like I said, when they want to show off, they literally show off. I don't think Tottenham have that dog spirit like, oh, when we want to show off, we show off.
Both teams will be fighting for it.
Yes, basically. But I believe that...
And it's a lifeline to the Champions League.
I believe that Manchester United have like more...
advantage.
Yes, and they have like more fighting spirits compared to Tottenham, for me, this season, when they want to, actually. So, and I feel like this particular game, they'll put their all into it.
Well, it's been a horror season for Manchester United, no doubt. This has been their worst season practically in their history, because out of 37 games played so far for Manchester United won only 10 games. Yes, they won 10 games, drew 9 games, and lost 18 this season. 18. They scored 42 goals, conceded 54 goals, have a minus 12 goal difference, and they are 39 on the log. Speaking about 39 points on the log with 16th position for all, they will show fourth. And after yesterday's loss to Chelsea, it's confirmed that for the very first time in Manchester United's history, Man U will be ending the season without a back-to-back league game win. That is my win this week. Ma win next week.
No.
He no go up.
They always think and they pay some. Say let's win now. Next 3 weeks win on that one. let's calm down. Next 4 weeks win on that. That's what we're gonna do because that's how they've literally be doing. But their fans are literally happy. Their
fans are not happy. Let's be facts.
Okay. Let me say that their consolation right now is them winning that trophy. That
Europa
has
League.
been the European League.
Manchester United cannot afford to lose that Europa League.
So is it not Tottenham that can afford to lose to lose the league?
Let's wait till at least Tuesday before we react and rate that particular game. But who are you going with on Wednesday?
Sadly, Manchester United. I don't know why. I said that sadly 2 times because if there's any team that has been frustrating my life as an Arsenal fan, is Manchester United. But I'm still going to pitch my tent to them because I feel like they have more fighting spirit when they want to, as opposed to Tottenham. Okay, quickly away from there. Let's see who's on the line before we move forward. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Adelere.
Good afternoon, my bros.
Yeah, Mr. Emmanuel.
Okay, Emmanuel, I'm with you.
Yeah, you see what my boss do for them when
I see what your boys do for her.
They Shannon, they turn on me very well. So, they try. I know that Man United, somebody was telling me that this is Chelsea Man United. Every time it's so, I said that not be this time. The way some guy beat home away, they beat Man United home away. And you are telling me that Man United will come and beat me at Stamford Bridge. Since 2025 that we enter, Chelsea never lose game at home in the Premier League. So I don't see Man United doing anything yesterday. So
on Wednesday, Emmanuel, quickly because of time. On Wednesday, do you see Man United defeating Tottenham?
Baba, you know that one don't talk in a second season. I will not believe in that one, but him too, you have lost some couple of players. But the thing is that Man United too, they are not that good. And they know that Tottenham, that man is so serious on that. All of them, nobody have a good season.
Yeah.
Everybody of them, they were just looking that they should just get it. But last time, saying I want a single winner. So for me, I'm with Tottenham. Not the same idea against Man U, but I'm with Tottenham.
All right, thank you.
FA Cup, I'm with
Crystal Palace. All right, thank you, Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Let's go straight up to the FA Cup. But before the FA Cup, Mark Cucurella providing here and there 5 goals. He has more goals than Oiland for striker. A defender has more goals than a striker. Mark Cucurella, how would you describe his performance for Chelsea? Not even the game yesterday.
I feel like Cucurella has been very good. Yeah, I mean, he has tried. But I feel like because of the other colleagues, other players' performance that's undermined is, I feel like if they had played, at the top form as a team, the way you play as a team, it's your other team member to show off. So I mean, that's what has undermined him. If Chelsea, because Chelsea started very well. They started very, very. Actually, when that time they were whining us that we are not chasing the title.
We are not in the title race.
If they continued in that way, Cucurella will have more goals than this. It will be in a more top form than this. But basically, based on their performance for this season, he has actually really tried. Okay, Godia Andrew on Facebook says, good afternoon, sports analyst. If Manchester United wins Europa League, I think they are in a better season than Arsenal. And I wish Awoni a speedy recovery. Pride of London, that's Chelsea, coming from Godia Andrew. If they win the Europa League, they have a better season than I saw this stuff recently.
Do you agree with it?
Let me first say this. I saw this recently. I think it was they asked Liverpool fans to actually vote that it was Arsenal or this particular question, and people were actually really voting Arsenal just because they could not actually pick that Manchester United poor form in the EPL. Do you understand? Like I said, it was great. I'm still going to, for the first time, I'm not going to agree. I'm telling you.
As an Arsenal fan?
As an Arsenal fan, normally, I feel like sometimes I'm very, very realistic. Do you understand? But honestly, this is like the worst Man United season getting to the 16th. I mean, they've been 14th, 13th, but this particular one is really, really bad. So because of that, I'm not going to agree. We shall reach semi-final. I mean, we not reach semi-final. We reach semi-final. It don't do with that. Okay, don't do with that. Let's move away from there to games that will be coming up today. Well, in the Italian Serie A, Genoa will take on Atalanta 7:45 p.m. Then in the German Bundesliga today,
Augsburg will take on Union Berlin 2:30 today. What do we have?
And Dortmund and Osnabrück would also meet by 2:30 p.m. Still 2:30 p.m. Gladbach and Wolfsburg. FC Emden and Werder Bremen will meet by 2:30 p.m. Freiburg and Frankfurt by 2:30 p.m. Hoffenheim and Bayern Munich also by 2:30 p.m. Mainz and Bayern Leverkusen by 2:30 p.m. and RB Leipzig and VSP Stuttgart by 2:30 p.m. Last but not the least, St. Pauli and Bochum by 2:30 p.m. All games in the German Bundesliga today is by 2:30 p.m.
Going to the French League on Lens and Monaco 8 p.m. today. Lille and Reims 8 p.m. Lyon and Angers 8 p.m. Marseille and Rennes 8 p.m. Nantes and Montpellier 8 p.m. Other games coming up in the French League on from the game after Nantes and Montpellier in the French League on.
Well, after Nantes and Montpellier, we have Nice and Brest by 8 p.m., PSG and Auxerre by 8 p.m., Saint-Etienne and Toulouse by 8 p.m., Strasbourg and Le Havre also by 8 p.m. All games in the French League on today is also by 8 p.m.
Then in the England FA Cup final today, that's going to be at the Wembley Stadium. Yes, at the Wembley Stadium. Starts out well. The referee today will see the club of Oliver Glasner take on Pep Guardiola's side. Crystal Palace versus Paris. I said Paris Saint-Germain versus Manchester City. Lizette.
This is a very, very dicey one because Manchester City, I have to give it to Pep Guardiola. I feel like, he's a very, very strategic man. He's a very brilliant mind also. Based on the fact that they went a bit low in the EPL, he's been trying his best, to come back and showcase himself. And I'm going to give them that. Man City can literally, flip the script every time. For now, Crystal Palace chasing their major trophy in so many years, and this has been a year that a lot of people that have not actually got, like Sip Bologna now in 51 years.
51 years.
Yes. Newcastle in how many years got a trophy? Harry Kane, that our number one Golden Boot receiver.
In his entire career.
Yes, his first major trophy. So I'm trying to actually think that, okay, is this the year that it is, for people that, except for Arsenal, Arsenal. Let me continue.
Sorry, guys.
If it is, except for, I feel like it is the year for teams that, have enjoyed, drought when it comes to trophy. It is the year for them to actually clinch a trophy. If it's the year for them, Crystal Palace might actually win it. You never can tell. But if it's not the case, I'm going to give it to the Pep Guardiola side. So for me, I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to say how it's going to go.
Okay, sit on the fence and see how it's going to go. That's the FA Cup final today. Crystal Palace versus Pep Guardiola side, Manchester City. And looking at these two teams, they are presently on good form. Though Crystal Palace haven't lost in 5 matches, while Man City haven't lost in 10 matches. Although Pep Guardiola has come out to say that irrespective of the result, Man City had a bad season. Well, let's see who is there. Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Hey, Sunday from Bekuba.
Okay, Mr. Sunday, I'm with you. How's the Saturday going there?
Saturday is fine.
All
And
right.
yours?
Fine, sir. Very fine.
You did not bring Tono and Aitayo. What happened?
Tonatona and Itai will be here on Monday, God's grace.
Okay. I want to contribute with what you guys are doing.
All right, sir.
Really, it does not speak well for 16-17 to go to Europa. But this is not the first time.
Yes.
When Wigan won the FA so many years ago, they were among the relegated clubs. And yet, because he won the FA, he went to Europa. So rule is rule. We should respect that. So when either Man U or Tottenham win the Europa, the rule says they should go for the Champions League. That is the rule. So that's their own luck. Even look at last season. It was because Man U won the FA. That was what made them to be FA Cup. Yes, that was what made them to go to Europa. Now, at the expense of Chelsea. So, like my sister rightly said the other time, it was this coach that put himself at tight corner, Maresca. Had it been when he was clamoring, we are not after trophy, he allowed the boys to be playing out their game. They will have gathered points. By now, he will have been at a relaxed state.
Now he's confirming they're after Champions League spots.
Yes, they will have been at a relaxed state. But now he has to win, either he likes it or not, the last game, which he has a lot to do. And the Conference League too is still in his front. I wish you best of luck, guys.
All right, thank you so much, sir. And it's funny to say, while Mr. Sunday was speaking, something dropped to my mind. Manchester United, they won the FA Cup previous season. They had that route to the Europa League. They had the Europa League
It's becoming
final.
like a norm for them.
No, it's becoming like a shortcut. No, you don't get.
They very
like,
active.
Like if we can't go through the standard route, let's find another route.
And it's working for them.
Yeah. So they can win FA Cup. Can buy FA Cup, law Europa. Our day Europa. One day final. So Toba gba Europa League final. One law Champions League. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Honestly, last year also, because their fans were also now bad season, and they won the FA Cup, which was even a very, very it's because Man City already won the PL. Do you understand? And we're like, no, Man City has to defeat them, and defeated Man City. And now look at what they are doing again.
So wait, are you seeing what I'm seeing now?
I'm seeing it.
FA Cup.
I hope it does not happen.
FA Cup. They win the FA Cup. They get to the Europa. Then the Europa Cup final. They win the Europa. They get to the Champions League. Who is winning the Champions League next season? If Manchester United win the Europa.
Wait,
that's a prophecy.
It is Gavegi. It is actually looking like it's a shortcut, but it's a longer route.
Okay.
Because they had to first get to FA Cup, to European League, play that one when you could have just played one season.
Longer route or no longer route, they are playing on Wednesday.
Okay.
And Manchester United, because
I don't erase down. No, call anything today.
All right, let's move away from there. Manchester City side, Pep Guardiola says he asked for Man City's Premier League game against Bournemouth to be moved from next Tuesday, believing it should definitely be played later in the week. City will face Crystal Palace in the FA Cup final today, Saturday, and host the Cherries just 3 days later as they attempt to finish in the Premier League top 5, having dropped down to 6th place following Friday's night's win for both Chelsea and Aston Villa. But the FA said no. What do you feel of that?
I don't know. I feel like lately,
but seriously,
different clubs have been asking for
shift of dates,
and they'll be saying no. Like they're so quick to say no these days.
But they should have considered them. At least let them play on Wednesday.
Barcelona too should have been. I mean, I feel like they had that kind of drama also. They needed it, and they said no. It's like the same thing. So let's just finish this season, because I feel like they're not going to listen to them.
If we look at Barcelona and Real Madrid's case, it's inter-competition. We're talking about their league and then the UEFA. This time around, they are all under FA. These guys will be playing the FA today, and you want them to play. Okay, even if you don't want them to play on Wednesday because of the Europa League final, let them play on Thursday.
I mean, I understand, but they said no, so let boys should just move on.
Just like what Mr. Sunday said, rule is rule.
Yeah, rule is rule.
Okay, move on with that. Well, let's go away from there, giving you games that will be coming up tomorrow quickly. Yes, games will be coming up tomorrow in the English Premier Football League after the holiday today, thanks to the FA Cup. And tomorrow, Everton will take on Southampton in what will be their last game on their ground, Goodison Park. Yes, and from next season, Goodison Park will not be demolished. Yes, it was Goodison Park, because the idea initially was Everton would demolish Goodison Park for another project entirely, probably sell it or something. But Everton has come to the conclusion that their female team will use Goodison Park. The only adjustment is they are planning to reduce the seats number of Goodison Park. Well, Everton will be playing their final game tomorrow versus Southampton, 12 p.m. tomorrow at the Goodison Park. Next season, it's a new ground. I'll be giving you what's the name of the new ground shortly. And after that game, 12 p.m. the game, West Ham will take on Nottingham Forest at 2:15. Brentford will take on Fulham 3 p.m. Leicester City will take on Ipswich 3 p.m. and Arsenal will take on Newcastle in what it's going to be a race for second position in that game, 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. What are your expectations
of that? This is why Arsenal should have made why the sun shine, because
to come and reason that Arsenal will now be battling for number 2.
Can you imagine? Like, honestly, this is Osmi's priority, because I mean, I feel like they should have set that pace a long time ago. No other, apart from I think Everton or another, no other team had draws like Arsenal. They pack that draw like as if they went to a party to go and collect souvenirs. It was literally too much for a team that was supposed to be challenging. I mean, I feel like they wanted to play that Man United game where they wanted to shortcut. It not just work for them. Where they'll leave one particular league, they'll focus on another one. Do you understand? Because at a point when they were shining in the Champions League race, they left. They neglected the EPL. They were collecting draw. They didn't even care at all.
At this point, if Arsenal lose the second position to Newcastle, how well will you rate Mikel Arteta?
I've been saying this thing. Mikel Arteta needs to go. I don't think he's the one that Arsenal need, honestly. I feel like he's too nonchalant. And when it comes...
We are talking about the guy who stabilized your team.
Nonchalance is not needed in Arsenal. You stabilize it. Okay, we need another person to upgrade it. I mean, there are different routes to this thing. You stabilize it.
The way Pellegrini came in, stabilized Manchester City, and Pep Guardiola upgraded
we need somebody else to upgrade it, because it's giving them a standard that is below them to operate on, and they're operating on it. Because look at this game. Newcastle can literally beat Arsenal in this game. Newcastle is top form this season. They are literally top form. Yeah, presently. And this Arsenal that, as an Arsenal fan, I don't even have that full faith that, they would actually beat the Newcastle.
A quick statistics here. Arsenal have scored 6 goals in their last 5 games. 6 goals in their last 5 games, while Newcastle have scored 12 goals in their last 5 games.
And just look at it. Just look at it. Now, if now after this game, if you want to rate it and you say who had the best season, I'm going to choose Manchester United.
Well. The point, a threatening point for you guys is Newcastle United have won their previous 3 matches against Arsenal.
It's well.
Arsenal
fans just gonna get paracetamol.
Well, Arsenal haven't won a match in 5 attempts.
But if they actually win this one,
yes,
I'll put respect on their name at least.
You guys need Arsenal to just win this game.
Yes, just do it. Like, just show. And they can do it. It's not like Arsenal does not have that potential to do it. Sometimes I just feel like they don't want to do it, or they don't care. Or maybe Atata after them that, don't worry, they already have profit for this season. You people just have farabale. Because it's very, very weird, I mean.
Well, Arsenal, you need this thing. And one thing I'm very sure of is Chelsea fans will definitely be supporting Arsenal tomorrow, because they need Arsenal to defeat Newcastle. So at least they will have a lifeline against Nottingham Forest over the course of the weekend. Let's move away from that game to the Spanish La Liga. What do we have tomorrow?
And the Spanish La Liga tomorrow, Atletico de Madrid and Real Betis will meet by 6 p.m. Barcelona and Villarreal
champions
will
of Spanish La Liga.
Celta Vigo and Real Vallecano will meet by 6 p.m. Las Palmas and Leganés will meet by 6 p.m. Mallorca and Getafe will meet by 6 p.m. Osasuna and Espanyol will meet by 6 p.m. Real Sociedad and Girona will meet by 6 p.m. Real Valladolid and Deportivo Alavés will meet by 6 p.m. Sevilla and Real Madrid, second position, will meet by 6 p.m. Valencia and Athletic Club will meet by 6 p.m. All games tomorrow in the Spanish La Liga is by 6 p.m.
Okay, in the Italian Serie A, Cagliari will take on Venezia at 7:45 p.m. tomorrow. Fiorentina same time against Bologna. Yes, sir. Speaking about the Coppa Italian finalist and the winner, Bologna will travel all the way down to take on Fiorentina. Same time, 7:45 p.m. Hellas Verona will take on Cesc Fabregas' side. Speaking about Como at the Stadio Macratonia Bentegodi in that regard. Same time, 7:45 p.m. Then Inter will welcome Lazio to this San Siro. That's 7:45 p.m. Juve will take on Udinese in what's played like the derby. 7:45 p.m. Lecce will take on Torino. 7:45 p.m. Monza will take on Empoli. Same time, Parma versus Napoli. 7:45 p.m. Roma will take on AC Milan. 7:45 p.m. Those are the games to expect tomorrow. And moving away from there, straight up to the transfer world, Real Madrid. The big news this morning was Real Madrid confirming the signature of how do we define hard work and grace? From Bournemouth to Bournemouth, they were not topping. They are not fighting for top 4, top 5, top 6. From Bournemouth to Real Madrid. How do you take that? Hodgson, a confirmed player for Real Madrid. After that 50 million release clause have been triggered by Real Madrid. How do you describe that?
I mean, first of all, let's talk about the notion first. I feel like it's grace, for it's grace to just speak for you.
Grace and hard work.
And hard work, because he's a top player. Do you understand? Because even when the signing came in, people were literally happy that Real Madrid have taken this player again. He's a good player.
The fact that Real Madrid went against 5 top teams in EPL.
And was it Liverpool? Or there was another team again that was literally bent on it. And anything Real Madrid won, Real Madrid gets. That is why they were so frustrated this season when everything they wanted, apart from players, I mean, their trophies did not happen because you could see the frustration visible on their face. But honestly, anything Real Madrid wants, especially when it's players, they get it.
Okay, well, let's see. Dan Hodgson would be a Real Madrid, is already a Real Madrid player and will feature for the Club World Cup. Speaking about Real Madrid in that regard. Well, still on Real Madrid matters. Well, Liverpool fans, you need to be worried here because Lizette just literally said anything Real Madrid wants, they lay their hands on because Real Madrid wants Konate from Liverpool, but this time around as a free transfer for 2026.
They like free transfer. It's not news. I don't know how they do it, but they love free transfer. That is literally their niche. They love free transfer. Now, will Konate actually want to leave Liverpool? Because I feel like when you hear Real Madrid is calling you, your head is where, Real Madrid, alele, let me go. But now, will Konate actually wants to leave Liverpool to go to Real Madrid?
Okay, well, let's see if that's it. Emiliano Martinez will be leaving Aston Villa at the end of this season. Heartbreak for me. He's going to Saudi Arabia.
He's going to where the bag is.
It's going to where the bag is. Let's go straight up properly. But before we enter the transfer market, Chelsea, they'll be looking to set up their treble as they'll be going for the FA Cup. While Manchester United will be looking for a back-to-back FA Cup win. I'm not speaking about the men, guys. They are not in FA Cup. I'm speaking about the women. The women's FA Cup final tomorrow, where Chelsea will take on Manchester United at the Wembley Stadium tomorrow. Chelsea looking for treble. Man U looking for back-to-back FA Cup.
Well, to be honest, I feel like the women Chelsea team is a little bit formidable. I mean, who is their coach again?
Sona Bompastor.
Yeah, because I know that Emma Hayes left and Sona Bompastor came. And wait, why is it even a treble? How many trophies have they won now?
They've won the league. They've won the Women's Super League, and now they are winning. They are going for this. They only lost the Champions League.
Yeah, I was actually a little bit scared that they actually won the Champions League because I feel like that's the reason why they brought Sona Bompastor, but they could not actually still get it. But I feel like it's very normal for Chelsea, the Chelsea women's team, to win trophies back to back. Now, the Man United team, the girls team, when it has to do with the FA Cup, they are like champions there, and it's a back-to-back team for them. So I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm actually pitching my tent more with the women's team because I feel like they have more like a dog spirit. Do you understand? So I'm going to pitch my tent with Chelsea. But if it happens that Man United women win, then I'm also on their side. So I'm sitting on the fence.
Okay, sitting on the fence. From there, let's go straight up to the transfer room to give you what's flying around in the world of transfer. What do we have? Gossip.
Liverpool are set to rival Real Madrid and Barcelona for 60 million euros rated Crystal Palace and England midfielder Adam Wharton, who is 21. Okay,
well, a move for Chelsea's French striker, speaking about Christopher Nkunku, who is 27, could also be part of Liverpool's summer. Now, on Christopher Nkunku, Arsenal and Liverpool, their radars are over Christopher Nkunku.
Yeah.
What do you think will fit Christopher?
Well, if you have to I feel like if you have Christopher Nkunku to actually pick, he would actually want to go to the winning team, Liverpool, because But as an Arsenal fan, it would be good to have a good striker. Do you understand? Like a very good striker. And Christopher Nkunku will actually fit the profile. But whichever one he goes for, I feel like he's going to have a good season there. Okay, I feel like he's going to have a good season there. Let's go even from there. What do we have? Yeah, Wolves are stepping up their effort to sign Liverpool's English midfielder Harvey Elliott, who is 22. And the Premier League trial with Chelsea, Manchester City and Arsenal have already held talks with the agent of Real Madrid 24-year-old Brazilian forward Rodrigo, who was falling down the pecking order at the Bernabeu. Now, Chelsea, Man City and Arsenal eyeing Rodrigo. Definitely Rodrigo is a promising talent, a very good player. But Rodrigo doesn't look like someone that wants to leave Real Madrid. He wants to leave. There's a rift presently between Rodrigo. Okay, because the last time there was this rumor, he literally said he didn't want to leave. He was like he's still comfortable at Real Madrid. That was before the Mbappe saga. Now, Rodrigo literally told Carlo Ancelotti he was not going to play the Copa del Rey final.
And Carlos Ancelotti had to come up with an excuse, and he said he's not going to put on a Real Madrid shirt again this season. Now, Real Madrid is saying they are ready to sell Rodrigo, but subject to when the new coach comes in and says, okay, I'm not using this guy.
That's Xabi Alonso. Do you think Xabi Alonso would like Rodrigo to be on his squad?
I think he should keep Rodrigo, but because Rodrigo is just this kind of player, he's a good player. But the problem with Rodrigo is he doesn't want to be on the bench.
Yes.
And definitely you will not bench Vinicius Junior. You will not bench Kylian Mbappe.
When them bench Vinicius Junior, but what they don't do?
Now I understand. Let's move away from Rodrigo. Chelsea, Man City, and Arsenal want Rodrigo. Well, let's go straight up to Villa Park. Yes, Aston Villa are open to turn Axel Disasi's loan move from Chelsea permanent one in the summer, with the club already stating negotiation with for the 27-year-old French defender, while Chelsea meanwhile have a short list of potential centre-back signing, including a 22-year-old Englishman Jaron Braithwaite of Everton, and also England international former Chelsea player, speaking about Mark Gui, who is 24 at Crystal Palace. But Gui is ready to run down his contract to land a dream move to either Barcelona or Real Madrid.
Period. I mean, going straight.
I don't have no time. I don't get time.
Okay, Aston Villa could bring Barcelona 25-year-old Spanish striker Ferran Torres back to the Premier League for a fee in the region of 42 million euros during the summer transfer window. And going to the camp of Southampton are interested in Stormgrass right back Max Justin, who is 21, with the Scotland international reportedly available for 3 million euros. Okay,
it seems that Godia has something for you here. He says Cucurella on Facebook. Godia says Cucurella have more goals than Manchester United striker. Well, Manchester United's worst season, but if they win Europa League, direct tickets to the Champions League, and they won't go empty-handed like Arsenal. How do you feel with that?
It's okay. I've had a lot like that.
Like, how do you feel?
Like
how do you feel right now? It's something to be an Arsenal fan. Seriously, Arsenal fan and Man U, they are going through a lot.
It is even something else.
Man U are just trying to console themselves with the Europa League.
Being an Arsenal fan and then now staying in Nigeria is a lot.
Well,
it's a lot.
That's a big one. Well, James Redknapp has come out to say, you look at Casado now, it looks like a world-class player. When he first came into Chelsea and the team was struggling, it looked like a player who devoid of any form of confidence. But presently, he's worth that 58 million and more. Speaking about Casado, do you agree with that?
Yeah, kind of, to an extent. Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Okay, well, back to Arsenal. It seems that there is rift between your sporting director and your coach. Yes, Andre Berta, the sporting director of Arsenal, and Mikel Arteta. It seems they are on about a collision course. Why? Andre Berta wants a top-rated striker, while Mikel Arteta wants a striker.
Okay, so let's use Christopher Nkunku for like an example. Is he a top-rated striker?
He's not a striker to start with, but with Arteta, Nkunku is a striker.
Wait, what? Hey, God. Can Arsenal just go straight to get... See, that's why I said it, that Arteta needs to leave. The idea that he has in his head that he can turn anybody to a striker is the problem. Is the number one problem of Arsenal.
Probably Chelsea gave him that's his idea, using Kai Havertz as a striker, and literally Arteta signed Kai Havertz for the striking role.
Arteta needs to leave.
So now Arteta is looking at Christopher Nkunku.
Why can't you just go straight for a striker?
Hello?
Adelere.
Yes, boss.
Good afternoon.
My coach.
Good afternoon, sir.
Listen.
Good afternoon, sir.
Afternoon. Thanks for the other day.
Yes, sir. Welcome, sir.
I have not been talking to you since the last time I talked to Adelere during the weekly program.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I don't think you normally attend the whole program.
Oh, I only do AM Sports.
Yeah.
In the morning, yes.
Thank you. I want to, as a Gunners fan.
Okay.
Yeah. I support Liverpool.
Of Gunners.
Yeah. We are Gunners. So, what I saw with Arteta is this. I've been saying if Adelere will collect that. This man is a stubborn guy.
Yes.
Very stubborn. Because he doesn't listen to anything like advice or whatever. Remember in January when we are talking about some transfer in
Transfer,
January.
yeah. Moranti, I
Yes,
remember.
he decided not to listen to anybody. He thought Harvard and all these small striker in the team can make it. Unfortunately for him, Harvard got injured, and then he's now using Merino. Merino tried to score about 1 or 2 goals, then he believed he has arrived. So he didn't. The last match with Crystal Palace, when I was watching that match, in fact, I just decided not to watch it again because the guys are not playing to their capacity. I just play and say, okay, let's just play this match. If they beat us, no problem. If we are managed to play draw, no problem. Because I will tell you, as a coach we cannot. A good coach will be able to convince his player to win a match. I don't think Arteta has that quality. The players on the pitch, if they want to win, they will win for themselves. Because the determination they used to play that Champions League.
Against Real Madrid.
Playing like that, yes, if they have been playing like that during the Premiership, they will not be where they are today. See what is going to happen tomorrow. I just pray if they can see draw, at least keep them in that second position. But I don't see them losing,
Okay.
in that tomorrow's match.
All right.
I thought in the last statements Adelere talked about the sport director and Arteta.
Yeah.
I think he has corrected that one today. He spoke today when he was yesterday when he was addressing the press
Conference.
that there's nothing like misunderstanding between him and the sport director. That director wants about 2 or 3 strikers, but when they are thinking the same direction, that is a good one. But there's a space and there is time for them to have disagreement when there is something that is coming to become a good something.
Okay.
That is what he said yesterday when he was addressing the press.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Coach Ige. That's my coach there. All right. Well, it's a big one for Arsenal fans. Seriously, Lizette, as an Arsenal fan, let's go. Let's go now.
It's been a wonderful day.
Let's go now.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
it's been a
alright.
wonderful time talking sport. A Manchester United fans, they're no fin winner, number 1. Number 2, up Gunners for life. My name is Lizette Famolade Sport Barbie. Have a wonderful day.
Let's go. In everything you do, make sure to stay out of trouble. A big shout out to everyone who contributed to the show. Mr. Sunday, Emmanuel, Mr. Coach, my coach, Coach Ige, and everyone on Facebook too. Until Monday when we'll meet again. My name remains Sam Adelere, your party on radio. But remember, you can simply and always call me Adelere. Up next is Meet the Press on Wells Radio 9.3 FM. Till Monday, bye for now.
Your preferred wholesome radio.
Hello, everybody. My name is Akin Lewis, and you know me. You're listening to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, and it is called your preferred wholesome radio.